On the grounds of Carrollton, Mississippi's courthouse, the very place that represents justice, flies a Confederate flag, a symbol for many of injustice. It's that hard-hitting past that cannot be changed, but is also now inspiring the actions of the present. Our Brittany Moncrief takes us on a journey of righting wrongs.
Does this home look familiar? It's the home from the movie The Help, with the iconic scene of Minnie delivering her infamous pies. But off screen, this landmark helped shape the state of Mississippi with a present goal of recharging Dr. Martin Luther King's dream. Out of pain comes the dream for change.
I have a dream.
A dream Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. shared on the steps of the Lincoln Memorial in 1963, with hopes of becoming reality someday.
I have a dream today.
How do you see the dream?
I believe it stalled out. I believe it stalled out after he was killed in Memphis.
A moment in Memphis history that still echoes today, inspiring people like Charles Sims, founder of the Dream 2020. Though much of his work takes place in Memphis, Charles' roots lie here, just 2 hours south of Memphis, in Carrollton, Mississippi, at the Coatsworth Historic Mansion.
The home is, like I said, of Senator James Z. George of Mississippi. He was a 3-term United States Senator. He was a private in the Mexican-American War, a Confederate general in the Civil War. He was the Chief Justice of the Mississippi Supreme Court.
And Charles' great-great-great-grandfather.
James E. George did have a certain history, and it's very well known.
A history displayed at Mississippi's capital and honored on the campus of Ole Miss. James Z. George was a slave owner. Behind these library doors, he helped rewrite Mississippi's Constitution, which successfully killed the black vote for generations, from more than 147,000 qualified black voters to just over 8,000.
I can't change history, but what I can help to do is write a concluding chapter to that history and to show that he came here, he did this, he may have written these laws, but I'm here to do what I'm going to do, and regardless of the past that he had.
With King's dream in mind, Charles feels a strong connection to make change.
He also said, I have a dream one day, even in the state of Mississippi, a state sweltering with the heat of injustice, sweltering with the heat of oppression, will be transformed into an oasis of freedom and justice. That's why I'm here.
After George Floyd was killed, Charles' calling became clear. He had to act.
I saw the vitriol and division that we were heading towards, and it seemed very evident and clear to me that if you felt something in your heart, that you needed to speak up.
Charles connected with the families of George Floyd and Breonna Taylor. He walked side by side with civil rights leaders during protests and recently helped host the Let Our Children Live MLK Weekend event in Memphis, a continuation of the Dream 2020.
Over time, there's been progress on civil rights legislatively, but the ability to live safely, securely, and happily has come more slowly. And it takes people dedicated to reach out to other reach across party and racial lines in search of conflict resolution.
Having served as a U.S. soldier, Charles is determined to continue serving, marching towards justice.
When I was in the military, they say you can't lead from the back, so you got to be out front. So that's what it is.
On the front lines, promoting peace and unity.
To have that coming together, to finally realize that, to finally cast off the divisions of the past and the bitterness of the past.
What is it that keeps you going?
That's a good question. The determination to see a brighter day. To make a difference.
Re-energizing, restoring, and recharging the dream.
Dr. King said, I have a dream one day that the sons of former slaves and the sons of former slave owners will be able to sit down together at the table of brotherhood.
I have a dream.
The table is open. There are seats to everyone.
In Carrollton, Mississippi, I'm Brittany Moncrief.